It's Chris with Life and Real Estate, and today we're going to talk about something that some people are going to love me for and some people are going to hate me for. And what is that subject today? That subject is Zillow and why I don't like it. So let's start with the lead system. The lead system, where to start there? That's kind of a big one. Uh, let's just start with the fact that a lot of the info is sent to a lot of agents all at one case. So when you put your information out there on Zillow, it's not just going to a single agent, it's going to like 30 plus, maybe more. And that's why the minute you put your info in, you're starting to get called like crazy. Um, there's some cases where um, people told me that after they put their info in, like they got so sick and tired of the calls, they said, you're the 20th person I've spoken to today. I just don't want to be called anymore. So they're not very particular about who they give your information to. And so let's branch into the second category here, and that'd be the inaccurate info. Um, Usually you'll get sometimes on occasion. I mean, it doesn't happen often, but it's still often enough where it's a concern to me. Is that you get some information that the properties are not for sale, and it's outdated information. Um, Listings are usually attached to a Zillow realtor client rather than the actual listing agent, which is kind of a little bit of like misleading advertising. Um, you know, they don't usually include like updates to the house that you've done unless they're pulling that from an MLS, which sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. Just depends what state you're in, because some states they are registered as a broker now. Um, Another thing as far as the inaccurate info goes, I'd have to say would probably be the Zestimates. Um, they're rarely accurate. They're usually about 14K or more off in one way or the other, and that goes for both buying and selling. Um, yeah, so then we gotta step into the realm of the unwanted communications. Um, Even if you're just curious and like you're just looking on the market and you just wanted to see what's out there, you weren't really interested in buying right now or selling anytime in the near future, you're still going to have all your info is going to be sent to a whole bunch of realtors and real estate agents that are part of the Zillow place. So you can look forward to getting all of those good, fun calls that nobody wants to have because you're either not ready or you're not ready to look. And the fact that they handle client data so poorly is a big no to me. Um, and I think the last straw that breaks the camel's back for me, um, I guess I can't really say it's the last straw. There's another little one in here too, but I'll kind of include it in the misleading advertising. Um, the misleading advertising is, the agent thing I mentioned before, where they're not giving the listing agent lit on that. They're actually just giving you some uh, Zillow realtor client that they have to kind of push it to them to use them as your agent rather than telling you who the listing agent is. You could talk to that listing agent directly. Um, Another little misleading thing is that they're a discount brokerage, so that means you're probably not. I mean, you get what you pay for, 9 times out of 10, and this is one of those cases where it's not in your favor to use a discount broker like this. Um, it, they say they're going to save you on fees and this and that, but all that gets paid from somewhere, and that usually will come out in other places that you wouldn't expect. Um, they can't save you on costs on taxes and transfer fees, um, and things like that. That's stuff that you're going to have to pay regardless if you're selling. Um, and there's just some things you can't get around. I mean, they can offer you a lower commission charge, but it doesn't always come out the way that they put it on paper, and it just doesn't. I can say that from some experience on that one. Um, so the misleading advertising is another big fall hole for me, and I think the last and final reason for me why I just detest Zillow is that they nickel and dime the agents on their premium service, if you will, for basically you're just getting crap out of it for the most part. As an agent, you can sign up for their premium, premier, whatever it is that they're calling it now, a service, and you're going to get those leads that we talked about earlier, but they're just junk leads. I mean, they're giving you things that they've sent to 50 other agents, and um, if you're going to pay what you pay to be a premier agent, you'd expect those to be at least a little less broad out there. You would expect that would come, for the amount of money you're paying, that you get something that's unique to you, and that's another reason I don't particularly care for them. Um, so I think that that'd be a good explanation as to why I detest Zillow, and places like it, but Zillow's the big one. Um, I just gotta say, be careful when you're looking at discount brokerages if you're looking to sell or buy. Take everything you see on there with a grain of salt, because most of the time the information is either not accurate or it's way off base. Um, and I don't want you to fall into a pitfall where you're kind of just stuck there thinking one thing, but it's completely different. Um, that does happen quite a bit, and I'm Zillow is a great company. I would assume they've done a great service as far as like getting people interested in looking in a place, but there are many other ways to do that. I mean, a local realtor can get you a better idea of your target market that you're looking to go into for more accurate information and more up-to-date information. They can put you on property alerts so that when something comes on, um, and things like that. But for what they do, I guess it works for them, but for me, it's something I just avoid as much as possible. I don't want to support a company that just has such a terrible track record with information and in leads. It's just, I don't want to be calling somebody who's been called 30, 40 times and is just sick and tired of it, because then you got an angry buyer or angry seller, and you get a frustrated agent because it's like, well, why am I calling you if you've already found somebody or you've already talked to 30 other people? It can get kind of frustrating for everybody involved, and it's just not good business to me. So I hope you kind of understand why when you ask me, why don't you appear on Zillow or why don't you use Zillow? Well, those are my reasons for why not. Um, and I don't think that's going to change unless they severely, like, big time edit their business model and get a lot better with what they do. I've seen some people be treated um, pretty poorly in terms of service, and that's always a concern I have for anybody who's using that. So I think I'll just shy away from that and continue to do so for the time being. If you have any questions about it or you want to know more, feel free to reach out to me. My business page is below in the description, and you can message me, call me, whatever it may be on there for you. So I hope you found that information helpful. We'll probably do a little life lesson um, after Memorial Day, um, and we'll pick it up from there. So take care, you guys. Stay positive, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next one.